Is recording. Okay. Cool. Is there any way you could tilt it like sideways?
Tilt it? Okay.
Yeah. So unlock and then tilt. Get it full screen.
Is this okay?
It's like sideways like this. uh, I mean it's cool. Yeah. You can't unlock it.
Is it the same?
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's good. That's better. Okay. Cool. Cool. Okay. Everybody, this is Aleysia. She is from my work at Gen. So yeah, she has about like 10 questions to ask me. But yeah, what first of all, letting the viewers like know who are you? Who is Aleysia? Yeah.
Okay. Hi. My name is Aleysia. I
Mhm.
used to work with Nico at Gen as a server.
Yep.
Don't work with him anymore, but
Uh huh.
yeah, I'm interested in opening up a business myself. And I just have a few questions to ask for
Okay.
someone who's also trying to start as
Right.
well.
Yeah. Okay. It's good. Okay. Go ahead. First one.
Alright, first question. Have you always wanted to own your own business?
Um, I I remember I had a business actually in high school. It was a candy
Mm-hmm.
business, and I hired people to sell candy for me, like legit, like Hershey bars and Reese's Pieces. So I've
Nice.
always had the mindset of like selling and like trying to hustle and get money, but now it's like not for the money. But I've never seen myself like trying to get to a business, but then it just happened naturally. I guess it's like a kind of like a natural talent kind of thingy. Yeah,
Yeah.
but never, yeah, never in my life have I thought to own a business. Yeah.
Okay.
Like your notebook, by the way.
Thank
It's
you for that.
giraffes. Yeah.
Alright, second question. When you
Mm.
first started out, how did you stay optimistic if you got any negative comments from people?
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of outside opinions you're gonna get, and, like especially when you're trying to get like started. You're gonna ask like 10 people about your product or your service, right? You're gonna be like, hey, does this logo look good? You're gonna ask 10 different people, but like literally, are those 10 people with you, late nights, grinding, trying to redefine the logo and all that? They're not really. It's just opinions, so it's like you got to take it in, like, yes, I respect your opinion and it's gonna help me, but at the same token, you got to be like, it's my business, it's my thing. At the end of the day, I have it. So, and there's already those negative comments. So, like, people will make fun of you. Like, I can't imagine like how many times people have like made fun of me for like trying to start a business, and
Yeah.
like, you just got to keep your head down and keep rolling and keep pushing. And that's the kind of mindset you're gonna have if like you're trying to start something up, because you will have negative comments and you just gotta shut them out. Yeah. So that's my thing. Yeah.
Third question. How much time do you put in every day?
Time. Well, I used to like wake up at 12 o'clock because I'm hella tired from Gen, as you know, and then
Yes.
I just recently, probably like a month ago when I started the business, I wake up at 7 a.m. every day, and I go to sleep around like 2 a.m. every day. So it's late nights and then
Uh,
early mornings. But then I
mhm,
take a nap during like the afternoon. Like I just woke up from a nap like 20 minutes ago.
mhm.
Um, so hours a day. I would say I'm on it like constantly, but not like to the point where it's taking over my life. Yeah, so
Okay.
I
So,
always make time. I always prioritize and stuff. Yeah,
okay. You still have time like to yourself, but you make sure you put in,
yeah.
you know.
Like I always like to have this one thing is like celebrate small wins. So like
Yeah.
every month, me and my business partner just deploy this like today. Like we ate out to eat pizza. We used the
Mhm.
money that we made. That was the very first time that we took money out of the business to have fun, and like you gotta celebrate the small wins they get. Like
Yeah.
the small goals. You're like, yes, I got it. All right, now we get to celebrate. And it keeps you got that positive mindset. Yeah. So
Mhm.
always celebrate those small wins. It'll keep you happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay. What qualities does an individual need to be a successful business owner? Like, what
Quality.
sets, yeah, what
Um.
sets you apart from like someone who just dreams about it and
Right.
people who actually take
Okay.
action?
So I guess what sets people apart is action. So like you have like a list of I like to do this. You have a list of 10 things to do, right? and you knock out each one instead of having like a laundry list of stuff. You know,
Yeah.
like say you have 100 things to do, and you're just like, damn, I have to get a license, I have to get a permit, I have to get insurance. Like all these little stuff start adding up,
Yeah.
and like I believe like the person who is successful versus who's not is the person who tackles those 10 things versus a person who looks at those 100 things and says, you know, I'll get to it tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
like with mine, like I put business cards, I put hire marketing team, you know, talk to this person, talk to this person, and you keep structuring that 10 steps, and like yeah, the difference is action. I mean, I don't know any way to put it. Like people talk about certain ideas, right? But ideas are like kind of bullshit unless it's acted upon. So like yeah, action definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then just a bunch of like staying organized. And
Organization, yeah. Mm-hmm.
do you like set a timeline, like a deadline for yourself, or do
Yeah.
you just
So
knock it?
so those lists of 10, I have days and times and specifics of when I'm gonna do it. So like if you don't write it down, it's not gonna happen. You have to visualize it inside your head. Like, all right, this is when I'm gonna do it, and this is how we're gonna go do it. Instead of like, okay, I'll go to it, but then like, what's your game plan to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's another thing of like planning. Like,
Mm-hmm.
there's certain like things where you could plan so much, but then you'll end up planning so much where you don't even do it. So there's
Yeah.
a certain balance you have to take. And like with my business, what I was trying to plan, um, like I had a consultant that said, "All right, we're gonna do this exactly right. We're gonna plan to the T everything that we're gonna do. We have to do it right." And I was like, "Okay, let's try." So I planned for like 3 months, and nothing was getting done.
Oh man.
So the thing is, sometimes you have to plan, and you have to do it, and then like you learn through experience, and like you'll fail, but then like you'll fail forward. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you'll learn by doing more than just planning. So there's a certain
Just
balance.
being proactive and
Yeah.
like putting in effort to actually get things done.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay.
Pretty much.
For people with ideas but no direction, what do you recommend?
Ideas with no direction.
Yeah.
If you have the ideas, write it down. Right.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Like if you have a notebook, just everyone has their own system.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have Google Sheets. I use Google Excel Sheets, whatever it's called, and like I write down everything that I plan. And because like if you like don't write things down, it's like it's really hard to get a track on it, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you need a written record in history, like what your thoughts are. Kind of like keep a journal too, or something like that.
Yeah.
Everyone has their different system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use Google Excel, or Sheets. Yeah. How do you plan out? Like, what's your
Yeah.
process?
If I think about things, I kind of like write it
Uh,
down or put it in
Good.
my phone.
Phone. Okay. Good. Yeah. See. Yeah. In the notes section or something, right?
Yeah, just somewhere like where it's accessible, or like I have a whiteboard. I'll
Oh,
write
okay.
it.
There you go. Yeah. See. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
For my next question, how does having passion for what you do change the way you see your work?
The passion for what I do changes the way I see it works.
Yeah, so like,
Uh huh.
how does like loving what you do change like your perspective of your business? Like,
Oh, yeah. Cause like, okay, a lot of people think like, oh, you own a business. That's so cool. You must make a lot of money.
mm-hmm.
I get that. Like so many, like 90% people say that. I'm
Yeah,
just like, bro, if I was in it for the money, I would just be asking people for money. Like, it's not about money. It's about the passion. It's about changing people's lives. And like, you have to find out like what you want to do and for society, not just for money, right? Like,
mm-hmm.
because eventually the money's gonna come, just like everyone says. Like the money will come, but as long as you have the passion and the drive, like, I love this. I will, like, yeah, like the business I have right now, like the meal prep business. I love seeing people change their bodies and like, transform, and then like that passion keeps me awake at night, and it wakes me up in the morning too. You know, so
Mm-hmm.
just try to find something you really like, think that society can benefit, and
Mm-hmm.
then the money will come. Yeah, but yeah,
For sure. So it's looking at it as more as something like bigger than yourself, like
Yeah,
giving back to the community. Okay.
kind of like taking a step back and like, okay, how is this gonna help this person in the end? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
Sure.
Hmm.
Alrighty. Do you have any hobbies or do you do anything that helps fuel your ideas or like your drive to, keep working at your business?
Yeah, definitely working out has like played a huge role, and also like YouTubing too, cause like I always YouTube and I always search up like I literally search up how to, and then like I find it within like 5 minutes, and then I try to find out how to record this video, and like like you just use QuickTime, and then like this is how you do it, and
Uh-huh.
so I like YouTubing, and
Uh-huh.
and I like YouTubing like fitness people too, cause then that but I really like YouTube because it's like you get this, you watch someone in a screen, right? You're
Yeah.
living through their life, but in a screen,
Yeah.
but then you get to walk away from it, and you're like, huh, maybe I could apply this to my life and see if it comes with the same result.
Like learning by example type of
Yeah,
thing.
so that's why I love YouTube. Like you could see someone's thing, and you're just right there with them. You're on the journey. Like I may not know what I'm doing, but
Yeah.
like you're gonna go on with me on this journey, and then see how I do it, and then
Yeah.
hopefully you benefit too. So yeah,
Yeah, that's really cool. I think like media definitely plays a part in like helping other people
yeah.
not each
It's
other.
all about like that community and like helping others. So
Yeah.
that's why I like YouTube too, and the fitness culture too. It's like everyone's there to help, and like fitness isn't just lifting weights. It's uplifting like your psyche, your mentality, and
Yeah.
like getting better, and like not being satisfied with where you're at right now. Like there's
Yeah.
always that next level, and like
Mhm.
that's why I love fitness too. Like there's always you're never satisfied. You're proud, but you're never satisfied. Yeah, yeah.
Sure. All right. Biggest inspiration and supporters.
What was that?
Who are your biggest
Oh,
inspirations and supporters?
biggest inspirations. I actually started doing like YouTube and all that and Instagram because of Christian Guzman. He's
Uh-huh.
he's the owner of this clothing brand actually, Alphalete.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So he like YouTubed ever since like 2013, and he
Yeah.
constantly kept putting stuff out, and
Uh-huh.
like he got famous and started a company, and then I just saw him through that journey, and I saw that 3 years pass, but I was with him through that journey because I was watching his videos, and I
Yeah.
saw him like grow, and I saw his like work ethic, and I saw what he was doing, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, you know what, like, I could do that too if I wanted to,
Mhm.
because like I've seen the process, I was through his journey, like, so see again, YouTube like really inspirational. So yeah, he's the main inspiration to me. Gary Vaynerchuk, I don't know if you know him. He actually, I was reading this. This is his book. It's called Crush It. I don't know if you've
Uh-huh.
seen it before, but he talks about like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and personal branding, like starting your YouTube channel and all that. I think I talked to you about it before,
Oh
but
yeah.
yeah, Jen. But like he talks about like how you need to put your personal brand out there so then others can see it, like blogging almost.
Yeah.
And you know, people are like naturally nosy, right? They want to know what everyone's doing in the world. So like, if you start like a blog or YouTube, make sure like your personal brand is known, so people will follow it. Like they may not buy your product, but they want to know who you are, and then like,
Yeah.
that they really interest people. So definitely look into like into the book, Gary Vaynerchuk's book, Crush It, because this one really helped me a lot in starting the business. Yeah,
Okay.
and those are my two main inspirational people right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Hmm.
And then supporters.
For supporters, definitely my brother, because Alec, he's always trying to help. It's just I
Yeah.
don't know how he's gonna help, but like he's always like supporting me in anything I do. And same thing with my parents. Like I swear my parents will like be okay with anything that I do. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's a good and bad thing. Yeah, but yeah, parents, my family, yeah, just family is always supportive of what I do, and
Mhm.
yeah, I thank them for that. Yeah.
That's always nice to have
Hmm.
someone who believes in you.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you have to.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Uh,
Um, finally get started?
Obstacles that I have to overcome. Uh, to get started with like the meal prep business, or
Hmm. Like
yeah.
finally getting it off the ground and just
Uh
getting it all rolling.
huh. I really had to like, hmm, I really had to like decide to go all in. Like,
Yeah.
I remember when the first post that I posted, and then people were like, "Do you meal prep for people?" And I was like, "No," and I kept saying the no's, and then
Yeah.
once they started saying yes, and I was like, I had to really decide like, am I gonna do this or not? There's no half-assing anything. Like, if
Yeah.
you're gonna go all in, you have to put the chips all on the freaking table. Like,
Hmm.
you have to like be ready to be on this roller coaster ride and just like double tie yourself to the seat. Like, it's gonna be ups and there's gonna be a lot of downs, but
Yeah.
you can't be afraid of like deploying it and like starting it. Um, but once you get it started, it becomes easy. Like you know that saying like if you start doing something like every day, you get used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Becomes.
it becomes easier. Like you'll find out strategies, you'll fail, and you'll be like, oh, that worked and that didn't work. Okay, now I know what to do. It's kind of like serving at Gen. Like like we learned our table numbers, right? At first though, you didn't know any table numbers at all. You're like lost.
Yeah.
Like where the fuck do I go,
Yeah. It's
right?
like, what's happening?
Yeah, but then like as a year goes by, and then like every table by heart. You don't even have to look at the tickets. You know,
Hmm.
you know every 1 through 36 item on the menu. Like, you know, so like you get used to it. Like, and it becomes fun. You know, yeah. So definitely, and also like if you see someone that's like already doing it, just know that they started from somewhere too. You know,
Yeah. So not getting discouraged. It's like
right?
see someone that's more successful than I
Yeah,
am.
they all
Okay.
started from somewhere, and like we're all like we're all equal. Like we're all the same people. You know, the only difference is like we use our 24 hours in front of us differently. Like
Hmm.
that's like the main thing. Like like the famous people of the world, they all started from somewhere, but they they use their time differently. Like they went to go to a meeting instead of going to a party, or
Yeah.
they stayed up late night versus going out with friends, or they prioritized over
Hmm.
certain things, and that's why some people are more successful than others, I guess.
So like
Yeah,
sacrificing fun.
sacrificing. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah.
I see.
Mhm.
Okay. And then for the last question,
Uh huh.
best methods of acquiring startup money.
Best methods to require startup money: work your ass off for 7 days a week for about 4 to 5 months.
Hmm. Dang, is that what you did, man? Just
Yeah,
stack.
I I literally I even have a video how I saved $2,500 at Gen, and I posted it up. I literally tracked everything that I spent down to
Hmm.
the penny and the seasonings that I put on every like salt. Like
Yeah.
you should watch that video too, and for everyone watching, they should watch that too. There's a Google Excel template that I created. It
Okay.
went from category to like expense to like the date, and then
Hmm.
I graphed everything that I spent, and I found out that my food cost was like hella high. I was spending like $150 on food a week,
Oh, dang.
and I was like, why am I living fucking paycheck to paycheck? Like,
Yeah.
I'm tired of this bullshit. Like, I got so tired of it. I started tracking everything because you spend in cash, you spend in card, you don't know where
Hmm.
your money's going.
Hmm.
So acquiring startup capital, work your ass off for 7 days a week, or if you have to like 5 days a week, but just grind it out and just know like you just have to be patient and you have to be smart with your money too. Yeah,
Budgeting.
budgeting. Yeah, budgeting is definitely the part. Find out like I guess if you're in a like financial standing where you're living paycheck to paycheck,
Yeah.
find out what you're spending it on, write it down, and then it gives you that mental barrier of like, okay, do I want to write down me spending money on this food item that I could have made at home? And then
Yeah.
you start thinking like, oh shit, you know what? I'm gonna create it at home instead. Let me not write it down, because it takes that mental like thing to like write it down. Like, okay, I'm gonna buy this stupid thing. I'm gonna buy this stupid pillow, or like I'm gonna buy this stupid whatever, right? And
Yeah.
I saw that like, I spent money on like so many energy drinks and cookies, and then like literally I saw my bar chart and I was like,
Yeah.
okay, that's on cookies. I know, you know, that's $10 every work shift. I was like,
Oh,
I was like, fuck this. I want to save money, like, you know. So
Exactly.
that's a good strategy to budget, you know, to write it down what you're spending.
Keeping
Yeah.
track of like all of your expenses.
Yeah, if there's anything you can take away from like this video or this chat, just writing everything down, your ideas, writing down your expenses, because it becomes like a tangible item versus anything in the air, you know?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you know thoughts come and go, and if you just think about it, you know people tend to forget. Like
Yeah.
me, I can be pretty forgetful, so
Right.
everything in front of me.
It's just like at Gen 2, you know, like you write stuff down on that notepad, you know?
Yeah.
And like you refer back to it, you know? Yeah. So it's like a summary of your life in a sense. Right?
Definitely.
Yeah. Any other questions?
No, that's it.
How long did that last? It was like it's pretty short, huh?
We started at like what 4:10? That's like about
Okay.
20.
25 minutes. Felt hella fast though, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, but if you want to talk after I stop the recording, talk like 5 minutes.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure.
Okay. I'm gonna stop the recording, but not the FaceTime. But thank you, Aleysia, for asking all these questions. I hope it helped everyone, whether you're trying to start a business, just trying to get organized, or just just trying to get better like intellectual like thinking and different level thinking. I hope this video really helps you guys. Yeah. All right.
No